Ah! God, that's probably the quickest setup ever in the history of fucking morons that do breakfast shows. That was about 4 minutes. Oh, Discord has crashed. Good, that's good. We're not even on threshold yet. There we are. Now we are. Thank God for that. Christ! 15 minutes late. That's a new record. Not through my own tardiness today, but the tardiness of budget rentals. What? I thought it was coming from something else. Yeah, it's a cool story though, guys. It's a very cool story.
Cool story, bro.
We're renting a pickup truck to tow the pineapple with today because my pickup truck has broke down in spectacular form because it's a piece of shit. It's got 160,000 miles on the clock. It's been fucked in half by God knows who. It's got a lot of funny sort of lights and stuff and things attached to it that don't really work. That Twitty has reliably informed me means that it was once used by the travelling community for catching hares or something along those lines. I don't know. It's not for me to make judgments, cast aspersions or whatever, but whoever had it before us perhaps didn't look after it in the way I might have liked them to. So, rented a van. It's supposed to come. Rented another truck. It was supposed to come at 8:30. Fucking 5 minutes to 10. It's still not there. And then it's there. And then the guy got out and he's like, "Is there an Asda nearby?" So, is there an Asda? I want to give me the car. Is there an Asda nearby? No, there isn't. There's big Tesco's down there. It's a bit of a walk though. Oh, right. Well, where else am I going to get a 13-piece breakfast for $4.99? So that's like, you're an hour and a half late, you piece of shit. I'm late for the show. There are poor lobsters, poor lobos, waiting in the Discord crying. Hogboy was in tears. D didn't believe me, demanded pictures, which is understandable. It's the sort of thing I would make up. But, yeah, they'll do a 13-piece breakfast for $4.99 up the Asda. So, well, there's one in Hollingbury. It's a bit of a fucking walk, though. Well, he's got to go back up to London. He's come all the way down from London. First thing on his mind, 13-piece breakfast from the Asda, $4.99. Like, well, look, mate, there are cafes around the corner. Just fucking do what you can. Just whatever. Which way's the sea? Fuck you, give me the keys. It's down there. Why, it'd be rude not to go and have a look at it, would it? It'd be fucking rude to be an hour and a half late. That's what would be rude, pal. Come all the way from Putney. Do not care. 100% caring, not confirmed.
Cool story, bro.
It's appalling.
It's not great. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes late, up in this bitch. Scoffy and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm and YouTube, and welcome to the gradual disintegration of my sanity. Every day it falls apart a little bit more, and I'm glad you're all here to witness it. I'm glad. How much longer can it go on for? Anyone's guess. Hey, listen, bit of fun. Bit of fun. On next Tuesday is our first birthday. We will be one. Squiff's coming down. I'm gonna try and rustle up some other guests. Probably might as well go for a fucking 3-hour show. Bit of fun. Gonna get pissed. Hayley, my better half, and just sort of a renegade bar gal. She's going to be providing cocktails. We're going to have Buckfast snow cones. There'll be a cake. I'm thinking maybe we do phone-ins. That could be a bit fun. I'll set up a Skype account, for a Threshold Skype account. Then everyone can add it. Well, it'll work. Everyone adds it, and then if you want to phone in, you just send a message saying, I'm ready to receive you. And then I'll make the calls. You know, otherwise it could be anarchy. I don't know. I mean, maybe we could just let people call in and just at random points in the show with no screening of calls. No, like, it could be complete chaos. But that wouldn't be much more different. Oh, an open day. I mean, it could be. Yeah, I mean, there's a room next door where people can sit. Jay, you don't mind, do you? No, Jay doesn't mind. He's not bothered. I mean, it's Trickstar. What's couldn't be much more of a shambles than it already is. God bless him. Yeah, I think it would be a laugh. You know, I think all things considered, having random people phone in and say whatever they want, completely unfiltered, is a great idea. I think it'll be absolutely fine. Guys, get 3 pieces. 3 pieces of what? A 3-piece and a soda. Jorge Masvidal. What's going on here? Look, I don't even have any news. All I've got here is oh Jesus God, you don't want to see this. This is no fun, is it? Code Academy Pro JavaScript promises using promise.all. When done correctly, promise composition is a great way to handle situations where asynchronous operations depend on each other to execute order matters. What if you're dealing with multiple promises, but we don't care about the order? Let's think in terms of cleaning again. No one needs Code Academy's introduction to JavaScript in their life right now. Not for the next 45 minutes, at the very least. So look, let's find out. I mean, let's just look. I'll tell you what, guys. Let's play a fucking record, yeah? And in that time, in that couple of fleeting moments, I'll get all the news up. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, sure. Here is 3 Minutes by Mean Teeth, which is a really good record. Cheers, Bildo. Oh shit, John from Allen's in the chat. Oi, oi. Hold on, am I supposed to be playing a show of yours soon?
You've got 3 minutes.
Anyone that wants to come down on Tuesday, as long as you're not a communist, you're welcome to. You can find the address online. Just turn up. You can get in the door. You're in the door. Hayley will be the bouncer. fucking hard. I wouldn't fight her. Bert, were you asking whether or not the Asda breakfast contains fried bread? Well, I'll tell you that. Just pause that for a second. You bet your sweet lily white ass that the Asda 13-piece breakfast for $4.99 contains a slice of fried bread. It probably contains, like, I imagine it's largely made out of industrial byproducts, sort of roughly formed into the shape of meat products. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was arranged in the shape of a face. Arranged into the shape of the smiling, grinning face of Mr. Asda himself. Nothing would surprise me about... the only thing that would surprise me about the 13-piece Asda breakfast for $4.99 would be if it was nice. That would be, honestly, the only element of surprise I could possibly take. If I ordered that breakfast and whilst trying to cut into the bacon, if it all suddenly formed itself into a giant fist and punched me in the face, I'll be less surprised by that than I would by it just actually being a really nice breakfast. Anyway, we'll get back to the Mean Teeth track, 3 minutes, that is 4 minutes long.
You've got 3 minutes.
Yeah, someone go and live stream that breakfast. Bert, do it.
Hello, this is Bert from the Threshold Lobster Crew, live reporting from the Asda. The 13-piece breakfast is incoming. I handed over a whole bluey of my own money, and I cannot wait to see the results.
Then just half an hour of abject disappointment as he attempts to eat it. Wodge, you might think you're going to pull guard on me on Saturday, but I will pull guard on you first. Ever seen a double guard pull? Guys, that's Mean Teeth. It's called 3 minutes. It's 4 minutes long, and they clearly don't give a fuck about your feelings. What can you do? What can you do? Guys, people are turning up at Area 51. It's happening. They're going to do it. They're going to storm it. They're going to see them aliens. We are prepared for the worst. Storm Area 51 event could be disaster. Locals fear. They're not going to find what they're looking for, and they're going to get angry. Oh, God. More than 1 million people have committed to storm... No, they're not coming. It's committed to see them aliens. Facebook event... Yeah, fuck off. This is complete bollocks. Oh, God, it's the Independent, a.k.a. the left-wing Daily Mail. Local residents are preparing for the worst as fans of the viral Storm Area 51 Facebook event descended on a town near the secret military base. Thought it was tomorrow. The event could be a disaster as people struggle with the difficult conditions in Nevada without proper preparation. They have warned. I wonder if anyone will die. I think it's highly likely someone might die from like heat stroke or something like that. Some loopy wook. Although, you know, people manage to survive Burning Man, don't they? Those arriving in the tiny towns of Rachel and Heiko near Area 51 are doing so because of a Facebook event, blah, 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 blah. Local officials have already signed emergency declarations in response to the event, and local residents warned people not to come. But the event is still likely to prove popular, leading people to take precautions against whatever might happen. Whatever might happen? Whatever might happen. We're preparing for the worst, said Jorg Arnu, a Rachel resident who could see from his home a makeshift stage and a cluster of portable toilets in a dusty area recently scraped of bush surroundings, surrounding West's little motel and cafe. Arnu said he installed outdoor floodlights, fencing and no trespassing signs on his 30-acre property. Oh, that probably cost a few quid. He also organised a radio-equipped night watch of neighbours, fearing there wouldn't be enough water, food, trash bins and toilets for visitors. Those that know what to expect camping in the desert are going to have a good time, Arnie said. Those who are looking for a big party are going to be disappointed. He predicts people showing up in the desert in shorts and flip-flops. They don't protect you against critters, snakes and scorpions. Well, listen, you motherfuckers think that you're going to come here and see them alien titties. Well, let me tell you something. I've seen alien titties. I've clapped alien cheeks. And you really think you fucking millennials are cut out to see that kind of true horror? How'd you think I got my limp? How'd you think I lost my eye? How'd you think my junk got turned inside out? Clapping alien cheeks, boys. You ain't never seen nothing like it. Anyway, that don't protect against critters and snakes and scorpions or alien intergalactic STDs. It will get cold at night. They're not going to find what they're looking for. They're going to get angry. They're going to start bumping and grinding with each other. They can't clap no alien cheeks. They're going to want to clap each other's cheeks, and that's when the gainer starts. And we can't be having that in a good Christian town folk like this. Oh, no. Oh, no, it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Sure, I fucked an alien. I don't even know what gender the alien was. But I did that sucker good. Officials expect cellular service to be overwhelmed. The nearest gas station is 45 miles away. Campers could encounter overnight temperatures as low as 5 centigrade. We really didn't ask for this, said Varlin Higby, a Lincoln County commissioner, who voted to allocate $250,000 in scarce funds to handle anticipated crowds. We have planned and staged enough to handle 30,000 to 40,000 people, Higby said. We don't know how many will come for sure. Though the creator of the Facebook event later called it a hoax, the overwhelming response sent local, state and military officials scrambling. Promoters began scouting sites. A beer company produced, that was Budweiser, produced alien-themed cans. A Nevada brothel offered discounts to ET enthusiasts. Look, you cannot knock the canny business acumen of a brass. They know how to make pound note. The Federal Aviation Admission closed nearby airspace this week. The U.S. Air Force has issued stern warnings for people not to approach the gates of the Nevada Test and Training Range where Area 51 is located. Well, this is exciting times for alien fans and meme enthusiasts. This is good stuff. So, isn't it going to be? Is the storming tomorrow? Are they just getting there early? What's going on? What's the shtick? What's the frickin' deal? Anyway, look, guys, enough about Asda breakfasts. Here is a very important story. Judge under fire for saying murder trial was making him horny. He looks quite horny there. He looks like yeah. He looks like he's watching the porn before actually considering taking it out. Just, yeah, that'll do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A Bermuda judge has come under fire by the British Appeal Court for inappropriate comments made in relation to a murder case. Serving as a junior judge at the British Island Territory, until last month, Carlisle Greaves said he was getting horny as a result of the amount of sex discussed during the trial. The comment was in reaction to witness Troy Harris revealing he had sexual partners in common with Kiri Smith-Williams, who has since been convicted of using a firearm to carry out a murder of victim Colford Ferguson. The Daily Mail reports that the case was brought to the Court of Appeal when Smith-Williams' lawyer demanded a retrial, using the comment in question, among others, to claim the judge had behaved inappropriately. Yeah, but, like, I don't know. How sexy were the descriptions of sex? Were he really, like, hamming it up? Was it like a Mills and Boone? Was he matey in the witness booth going like, yeah, we shared a number of sexual partners, actually. Let me tell you about them. There was Janet. Janet was an incredible woman. Sounds like a male feminist. I'll continue. Janet was an incredible woman. I was first actually attracted to just the beauty of her personality, but then, of course, her physical beauty. Her thick, luscious breasts that used to heave up and down and almost throb with desire for it. I mean, he's that Fabio guy off the front of the Mills and Boone novels. Long, flowing hair, rippling six-pack abs. You know, just every young girl's dream. I mean, how much were they hamming it up? You know, really the intimate details about penetration with their diagrams. What's the deal? Although they rejected his appeal, Judge Sir Maurice Kay stated that the court did not condone the crude remarks. In particular, his comments, all this sex is beginning to get me horny, was inappropriate and inadmissible to the dignity of court proceedings. Mr. Lynch was justified in criticising it. However, I do not believe that it damaged the defence or had the potential to undermine the safety of the conviction. Other comments made by Greaves have been revealed in light of the appeal of the case, in which saw Smith-Williams sentenced to serve at least 35 years in prison. Meanwhile, the witness noted that the killer confessed to his involvement in the crime, although he said to him a man named Rashid Muhammad pulled the trigger. And the victim was not the intended target. I want to know, the transcripts handed to the appeal court. In transcripts handed to the appeal court, Greaves was revealed to have called Muhammad a... Hold on, it's the judge Greaves. Yeah. Okay, Greaves called Muhammad a faggot. Wow. Okay, this judge and a... Pussy? A fucking pussy? Is that what that's meant to be? Wow, this guy is a monster. He's a wild man. Jesus Christ. And while these were taken into consideration, the court ultimately dismissed the request for a retrial, as they did not deem the comments a contributor to the conviction. I don't know whether or not judges should be using that kind of coarse language actually in court. But what? This is bizarre. Meanwhile, the witness noted that the killer confessed to his involvement in the crime, although he said that a man called Rashid Muhammad pulled the trigger and that the victim was not the intended target. But the judge was revealed to have called Muhammad a faggot and repeatedly referenced fucking pussy. What? What is going on? Where was this? Bermuda? Fucking hell. Justice Kay wrote, anybody familiar with serious criminal trials in this jurisdiction in recent years knows that the judge has a very personal style, okay, whereby he engages with witnesses, defendants, juries, and advocates in an informal way, often using casual language and rich metaphor. In relation to Harris, it was important that the judge should facilitate his evidence at whatever it turned to be. If he took the view, and I suspect he did, that the best course was to let the witness have his say, subject to the rules of evidence, rather than seek to inhibit him. It seems to be that was an exercise of judgment which was open to him. Well, I'm not sure I would want him judging a case of mine. I don't know whether be it me as the defendant or the accused. I don't really know what to make of that. He's just a horny boy, you know? He's just a horny boy that's clearly not a fan of homosexuals. And, a very conversational tone, I'd say. There's a very conversational tone for a judge. I'm not sure I agree with it. I think there are probably some roles in life that you probably do have to take seriously, and I would say being a High Court judge probably is one of them. Guys, look, what else have we got here? What is going on? What has become of my life? Look, it's Friday. We could to have that DC Breaks and was it Lomax? No, Lodestar. DC Breaks and Lodestar. This thing opposition. It's serious gear, you know. It sounds like Jump Up is skull fucking you. George, please put the link in the Discord. Or email it to me. Links for live stream, Area 51. Okay, we have the link. What have they got with them? Fucking lightsabers or something? I can't live like the opposition. I can't live like the opposition. Anyway, that's opposition. I think it's DC Breaks and Lodestar. I don't know. I could be wrong. Or maybe that's just their label. Who knows? Who knows? 3 minutes and 18 seconds until until the Area 51 raid. Allegedly, according to this YouTube live stream that we've got going on in the background, appears to be a man in a car.
I'll give you like 20, 40 bucks. I don't know. Maybe 60.
Don't know what's going on. There seems to be quite a lot of them. They've got vans. There's
LDG
good pickup
station.
trucks.
Cool, man. Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
We got no idea.
We have no idea.
We're going.
We're
We're
the
just.
first two tourists in that room.
No, there's a guy.
2.5
with 1.1
minutes.
million over there, and there's another guy who's got a lot. They got Elixir and they got Atozi, I think. I keep saying his name wrong.
Oh yeah, Tozy's my boy.
Yeah,
He's down there.
LD.
He's a Coffee and Memes fan.
LDG.
Seriously.
Okay.
Station.
His name is
Station. Boom.
Yeah.
LDG. He's got it.
What was your name again?
Isaiah.
Isaiah, nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
nice
What
to
was your
meet
name?
you.
Dave, nice to meet you. Yes.
meet
My,
you.
my name's Liam,
Nice
by
to-
the way.
Nice
Jake.
to
And then that's Jake right there.
Nice. Cool. Well, you guys have a good
Come
night.
on,
You
2
too.
minutes.
I mean, where are you guys going anyway?
Well, we got our band right over here.
We're probably just-
So are you going
We're
to
gonna
the
be,
3
we're gonna
a.m.
be
party?
sitting
Wonder
back
if they-
until our fearless.
I wonder if they're going to die. I wonder if they're going to get shot by the US military. It's very possible.
Also, it's like we would have to disconnect, and then the stream would kind of get really boring.
I mean,
so we'd
Are
prefer.
you calling Wyatt boring?
No. Wyatt told us that.
Ah.
Wyatt told us that. Wyatt told us that basically if we disconnect the stream, it would get way less interesting. So basically, you guys are still getting the first-hand footage immediately of what happens at Area 51. And also, it's good that we stay back. So if anyone does get murked, like we'll be waiting like 2 hours. If they don't come back, we're letting you guys all know. Save Daniel. Hashtag save Daniel. Save the Crusaders. Save Daniel.
So are we just gonna hang in your car, or because there's nothing going on right now? Or you want to go?
There's stuff going on over
You want to
there.
grab some food? Why
Let's
am
hope
I
we don't get
holding-
robbed.
Why am I holding this gauntlet? Can I?
They're all calling us pussies. I'm sorry, guys.
We are pussies.
Oh, wait. Wyatt, I have you on right now. Should I not have you on? Wait.
There's not a lot going on this. Well, anyway, we'll keep it on in the background and just see whether or not anything does actually happen. I don't imagine... Whoa there. Hey, guys. Sure. Look, let's get into a little bit more bits and bobs. Anyway, look, Melbourne man fights off carjacker with a jar of Nestle Blend 43. So this is... impressive stuff. Is there any footage of this, or what's going on here? Anyway, there are lots of opinions around instant. Oh, fucking hell, that's Stuart Perry. Wow, lad Naruto runs past reporter at Area 51 during live news broadcast. This looks much better. Fuck off, Perry. I'm not interested in your bollocks. Let's see what's going on.
That I wouldn't want to throw away.
Hey, look, you shut up.
And,
Oh, look, they just reset the countdown clock.
Coming in from around the world and especially across the country is interested to see what happens after that viral idea to storm Area 51, that secret military base not far from here. Authorities are expecting up to 30,000 people to show up during the course of this 3-day music festival, which begins tonight. Back out here live, we will have much more from the tiny community of Rachel, Nevada at 6.
That's so funny. Oh, that's great. Well, for anyone just listening, there's a man giving a news report, and then another man basically just runs behind him with his arms out the back. Don't know why that's not working. Anyway, that's hilarious. What's that thing about the guy preventing carjacking with Nestle is it's gone. Look, it's all gone. Anyway, look, serial masturbator who targeted Queensland women avoids jail despite facing 33 charges. Jesus Christ, he really is a wanker. An Australian man has avoided spending time behind bars after being charged with 33 offences. How many do you have to do to get into prison? 50? Round it up to to 40. Benjamin Frederick Moran was accused of walking around Brisbane, Queensland, pleasuring himself, sometimes doing it directly in front of passing women. 44-year-old admitted to the incidents, which started in 2014 and went all the way to this year. Sometimes he would be semi-clothed, and other times he would just go full starkers. He would sometimes be on the street, hiding in bushes, or in his car, according to the Daily Telegraph. The offending was once caught on Google Maps Oh, look, there he is, tugging one out, peering over a fence. Lovely stuff. Magistrate, Belinda Merrin said, on each occasion, you hid behind a tree or some sort of construction. You waited. Is this a thing that judges do, where they basically just tell the defendant what they did? On each occasion, you hid behind a tree or some sort of construction. You waited. Then, as an adult woman approached, who was by herself, you removed yourself from the coverage and began masturbating. One of these particularized incidents involved a woman who noted there was a mirror placed in a tree, which would seem to allow you to see who was approaching in an area which you had concealed yourself. During the trial, a psychologist said he mainly got off from women seeing him naked, masturbating, or in a state of undress. Oh yeah, no shit. You don't think he got off from women seeing him, perform responsible tasks well, or do DIY, or marry them and raise children with them? No, he's being done as a serial masturbator. The clue's in the title. They diagnosed Moran with compulsive exhibitionist disorder. Despite numerous reports to police, he was finally caught in Truro Street in Windsor after a woman notified officers. She sentenced him to 6 months behind bar, however suspended it for 2 years, meaning he is able to walk free and whack himself into oblivion. It was in relation to 23 of the charges. However, he's been placed on probation for the remaining 10. Wow, okay. So, I mean, what do you have to do? In terms of wanking in public, what is it that you actually have to do to get yourself locked up? I mean, 33 not enough? Great stuff. Anyway, people are shagging in Nando's because of reasons, particularly in Scottish Nando's. Can you buy buckfast in Scottish Nando's? And is it chicken that they sell, or is it pigeon? Or, what's the deal with... Is Scottish Nando's different to a normal Nando's? Is it like a sort of budget? Is it like a pound shop version of a normal Nando's? Are there pregnant women drunk on buckfast being sick in the doorway? Tell me about it. What's the deal? Exciting scenes unfolded at Nando's in Scotland after a couple were kicked out for getting down and dirty in the toilets. Oh, there's a 17-second long video here. Footage shows a man and a woman emerging from the toilet, with the latter appearing to adjust her trousers slightly. Oh, you can't even do your trousers up before leaving? Are you insane? Pathetic. The way you should... Right. Okay, pro tips out there for any couples. If you want to have sex in a toilet, and you don't want to look suspicious when leaving. For a start, don't walk out doing up your trousers. That's a bit of a giveaway. What you need to do is make it look like one of you has been in there being sick. Okay? So maybe the girl, she's holding her tummy, looking miserable, and you're like, you okay, baby? You okay, papa? You okay, papa? So when you come out, people are like, oh, is she unwell? Oh dear, do you think she's been sick in there? Whereas the reality of it, you've been in there slanging. She literally, you've been raising the roof in there. You've been doing things that would make that Bermudian judge wince. That would get him so riled up as he'd have to adjourn a court. You could now argue that the video is fairly innocuous. However, an eyewitness account paints an entirely different picture. All right, okay. Sarah Watson was eating in the Edinburgh restaurant. We probably want some music to this. I don't know what, though. Scary. Look, let's just go and see what's going on at Area 51. Anything? Nothing. Just this fucking idiot. What's he on about?
It might not have been good. We got Billy coming on the way. Oh, shit. Billy. Billy's coming in an hour.
Don't know who Billy is.
Dude, if we went, Billy would have been lost.
He's coming at 3.
No, Billy's coming at 1. No, D say he's coming at 3.
Right, don't know who Billy is. I've no interest, actually, to be honest. Sarah Watson was eating in the Edinburgh restaurant with a friend when she noticed the pair having a smooch before both skulking off into the men's toilets. Any doubts about what they get up to in there were dispelled after Sarah's friend grasped on the couple with the staff. No, go away. with the staff. One second. With the staff. Oh, God almighty. I'm blowing up my Skype. This is not the day for it. Sarah, any doubts about what they got up to in there were dispelled after Sarah's friend grassed on the couple. Fucking grass. With staff apparently finding a used condom in there. Dun dun dun. Well, you know, at least well done to them for using protection. That's good to see, even in a sort of like somewhat not technically al fresco, but certainly out of the bedroom performance. Speaking to the Sun, wow, you've really gone for this. Sarah said, "My friend Robin and I were sitting in the Nando's at Fountain Park, and this couple started kissing up against the wall just outside the toilet. Then, as we watched them, they both walked into men's toilets, and we were both just shocked, thinking surely this didn't just happen. My friend Robin then told the manager, and the manager had to get a male member of staff to go and check. So after this, they ended up with a bit of commotion with all the staff finding out." You fucking grass. What's wrong with you? As they waited in suspense, Sarah got rather giddy about the whole thing. She said, "I sat there and I couldn't stop laughing. I just couldn't giggles, not sure why. I think because it was like a nervous laugh at the fact this is actually happening. My friend, the grass, me and the staff were all stood there watching the bathroom door waiting for them to come out. When one of the staff went in check, found a Johnny or some shit. About 10 minutes later, they were walked out the toilet and both walked out laughing. They just straight past everyone in the restaurant." "Hold on," says Jake Massey. "A staff member went in there and they didn't emerge for 10 minutes. What the hell was the staff member doing in there?" "Getting some dick, probably." Well, according to Sarah, something certainly happened in there. Look, I think Sarah is, well, she's a grass. Her mate's a grass. Sarah's probably a liar. "A staff member went in after them and found a used condom on the floor." Somebody should have told the couple that a cheeky Nando's isn't a visit to the chicken restaurant topped off with a bathroom bonk. Nando's declined to comment. Yeah, but that was a conversation and a half. "Hello, is that Nando's?" Jake Massey, lad Bible. "So, people has been shagging in the skirt." "Hello? Hello?" Right, look, what else we got in terms of shoe work? Look, we got this mental transition bit by Frags, Nick B, Frags remix. Oh no, Call for Change would be a nice one. Frags, just on his own. He can do it on his own. He can do it all. Oh look, there's my boy, Tozy. He's got a space outfit on. He's loving life. Call for Change by Frags. He's a cheeky Portuguese shag boy. That's Call for Change by Frags. He's a very good boy. Tourists jailed for storming Area 51 to see them aliens for YouTube video. So it has already begun. There have already been attempts. Ties Granzia and Govert Sweep. What? Are these assumed names? Real names? Surely not. They're Dutch, okay. 2 Dutch tourists hoping to film a YouTube video of themselves exploring Area 51 have been jailed after admitting trespassing at the top-secret US military site. YouTube star Thijs Granzier, 20, and his friend, Govert Charge Wilhelmus Jacob Sweep. They don't fuck about in Holland, do they? 21, were sentenced to 10 days in jail in Nevada. That's unfortunate, isn't it? After pleading guilty to misdemeanor trespassing and illegal parking. The pair were arrested by cops outside the top-secret military facility, a highly restricted security zone. A judge on Monday said they could be released today after spending 3 days behind bars if they pay fines of £2,000 each. Tomorrow, hundreds of people are expected to descend on Nevada for an event called Storm Area 51 They Can't Stop Us All, which was created as a hoax on Facebook. Well, oh dear, silly boys. Well, you never know. The state of Nevada might make a whole lot of money from these fines. You know, $2,000 a pop. You know, you could be all right. You could be all right. Guys, very much more important news, though. The good stuff. The real deal. Yeah? Man caught performing sex act on cleaning cone at Wigan train station. This is what we're here for. Forget Area 51. Forget the sex robots. Forget Brexit. Forget trying to be successful in your life. This is why we're here. Man caught performing sex act on cleaning cone at Wigan train station. Is it a crime? Depends on the sex act, I guess. Depends very much on the sex act. A man admitted having sex with a cleaning cone at Wigan train station while drunk. Trevor Smith, 38, was found in a lift with his trousers and undies around his ankles while thrusting his hips at the cone. When he was stopped, police noticed a white substance on the floor that was not cocaine. Ketamine. Smith, from nearby St Helens, admitted to police that he was worse for wear and had snorted white powder. It was given to him by a friend to help perk him up. Well, certainly got him perky, didn't it? He was spotted by a worker from Virgin Trains at 9:30 p.m. on April 14th who had been asked by a colleague to meet him at the station lift. When he got to the lift, he glanced through the window and saw Smith sitting down, getting jiggy with the cleaning cone that was in his lap. Okay, so he's got his peen into the cone. Right. He called police, and by the time they arrived, Smith had mounted the cone and was on top of it, still thrusting at it. Wow, he's not giving up, is he? He's a trier. He's a randy little bugger. Realising he was being watched, he did the decent thing and pulled up his trousers while being helped to his feet by the police officer. Cops said he saw the white powder on Smith's lower face and on the floor of the lift. He was arrested for possession of Class A drug, but later de-arrested when it turned out the white substance was not a drug at all. Oh. Could have been meow meow, though. Sounds like just the sort of thing you would do whilst absolutely off your nut on the bath salts. Instead, he faced charges of outraging public decency. Smith later expressed extreme regret and said he understood how the situation could have been interpreted. What do you mean could have been interpreted? I mean, presumably there's only one reasonable way of interpreting that. It's not like, oh no, there was dirt on the cone and I was merely trying to remove the dirt from the cone with my penis. I know it could have looked, to the untrained eye, as if I was trying to have sex with the cone. While on some sort of drug you lot don't even understand yet. You don't even know the name of yet. You can't even do tests to prove it is a drug yet because you're so far behind. Yeah, I'm getting whacked out of my mind on stuff that you can't even fathom. Yeah, and for you to have the gall to criticise me for my actions, I do not respect the supposed legitimacy of this state. I will not be. You cannot charge me with your laws. I don't recognise your legitimacy. So you will unhand me, sir, and allow me to go about my business as I see fit. He thought he had been out drinking with friends, and when he got into the lift, he thought he was on his own in a locked room. Smith, who has previous convictions for outraging public decency, was released on bail to be sentenced later in the month. What were the previous convictions? We have a right to know. Trevor Smith. Let's Google him up. What can we find? Oh, fucking Metro, man. Trevor Smith. Outrage. Okay, so man, okay, I'm just getting a lot of man having sex with the cone at the moment, but yeah, no, I don't know nothing about his previous convictions. Well, again, whether or not it is an outrage is a matter of opinion, and whether or not it is indecent also a matter of subjective opinion. One man's gross is another man's please further up the arse. You know what I mean? I don't really now I'm questioning the legitimacy of that court. And who reasonably has the right to tell another man what inanimate objects they can or cannot put their penis in the privacy of their own lift? In the privacy of their own Wigan train station. That should be his right. That this is infringement of his First Amendment rights. The right to free expression. It's a disgrace. I think it's an outrage. We have men, decent, honest, God-fearing men, just trying to do the right thing and change their name to Kenny Ken, back to back with Kenny Ken, being refused by the government, by the state, by the oppressive fascist regime that rules this country, and now our meow enthusiasts are being punished for putting their penises into cleaning cones, which is outrageous. It's disgraceful. All right, let's see what's going on at Area 51. Nothing. It's just a load of millennials just not doing very much. Young millennials just hanging out in the desert and doing very little. Yeah. Sorry, man. Don't know what to suggest, guys. I don't know what to suggest. All right, let's have a little betteroonie on how many people do you think will get arrested? How many people do you think will get killed? How many people do you think will get arrested? I estimate people will be being arrested in the tens. I think it'd be about 50, and I think one person will die. That's my bet. Let's see. God, that live chat is going very fast. Very, very fast. Guys, what's going on? Look, I think it's probably the end of the show now. I've no idea what time we started. I've no idea what's going on. It's been even more of a shambles than normal, which is fine. You know, it's understandable. These things happen. Everyone okay in the chat? You all right? Sunny, he's there. Not heard of this person before. A few newcomers to the chat. John and a few others. Nice to see a few fresh faces in there, you know. I'm sure very quickly you'll learn the ways of bullying Rankin on his own show. You know, you'll get behind the likes of the USB 3 campaign or the AI pre-record routine that still manages to raise a laugh. But look, guys, thank you for listening. It's Friday. Go about your insane business in whatever way you see fit. You know, there's no Area 51 in the UK, so maybe storm the local Asda. You know, storm the local Asda. Let's see them 13-piece breakfasts. Yeah? Let's show us them flappy, preheated bits of bacon. Let's see them. Let's clap them fried sliced cheeks. Guys, thank you for listening. I'll be back tomorrow. No, that's a lie. Monday. Let's go with Monday, yeah? I'll be back on Monday for more coffee and memes. The VIP list of everyone that is supporting on the Patreon, who I am enormously grateful for, is as follows: Greg Conford, Oliver Hooper, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Kedzierski, Matty Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Parsons, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Lillian, Sub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin the Griefkeeper, Gennady Lightfield, James Parry, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squivington, Lee, the Man Thunderbutt, Dan fucking Morris, Guy With No STDs, Ames, MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Else from Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Double Progressive Sidetrons, actually superior to drum and bass, Kris Breaks, The Bill, Karissa Barthelson, Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, D, General Jemmy Flaxes, Matt Wright, Grant Sullivan, Tom Robertson, Dad Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Cosmic Waff, Meat Loaf, Nick Brock, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Hugh Dana, Sarah Hunt, The Hitch, Marcel Tech, Willay, Ben Virgo, Den Tweed, Lubez, Alizar, Big Watch, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon and Liz, Carl Williams, Tom Skipper, unfortunately it's George DC, Anthony Sharp, Claudio Lushmid, Benage, Trem Roche, Timid, John Forsyth Anderson, PSN Godlike, MC Hammer Daddy, your mum, and Leonardo Gervais. Guys, apologies for the late start today. Don't blame me, blame Nationwide Van Rental. Blame the man who was more concerned with his 13-piece $4.99 Asda breakfast than with arriving on time. You know, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he wasn't late because he was at the fucking Asda eating his godforsaken plate of scran. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good weekend. I will see a few lobsters coming down. Mitten says he's going to come down. The Hitchmuffs are coming down. Big Wodge is coming down. The Volks, Saturday night. Brighton. This tomorrow night. I'm there. I think I'm playing at 1. There'll be shoe throwing. There'll be dancing, drinking, drug taking, and things of the like kind. Wesley Snitz will be there to sign autographs. I will be there to offer free hand jobs in the toilets to under 19s. Obviously, it's an 18 and 90, so it's, don't. This ain't no R. Kelly routine. Guys, I love you all. I'll see you on Monday, and those of you I'll see tomorrow, I'll fucking see you tomorrow. Yeah, guys? Mine's a pint. I'll see you by the bass bins. Goodbye, and God bless you.